Good evening and welcome to my 12 days of Christmas videos. This feels a bit wrong, doesn't it? Wait a minute. There you go, Christmassy AF. Welcome to the channel, welcome to my 12 days of Christmas. Because I said I was going to use this on all of the videos, I'm going to be really lazy. Today, which is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th and final day of my 12 days of Christmas, and the last one on my list. Oh, that's getting way too close to Christmas, isn't it? So in the last 11 days, I've done quite a few which are stocking fillers, which are less useful, more because you need to buy something for someone you have no idea what to get them. But going back to being a practical device, the next one and the last one on my list is something super boring, but it's also super useful and it could have saved me before. And that is a Nocco battery booster, or Nocco, N-O-C-O battery booster. I have this one. This is the GB50 Boost XL. It puts about a huge amount of power for such a small sort of device. The idea with this is you charge it up, stick it in your top box or in your car or wherever you're going, and this is essentially like a mini jump pack. Now you're sitting there saying, yeah, but Sam, I ride a motorbike, I don't really need a jump pack, and also I don't really carry one around. First of all, this is really light. It's obviously it's quite large, but it's very light, and you can get smaller versions. However, all of these new bikes are very electrical. Now, my bike being a KTM, is everyone's going to mug me off for having electrical problems and something electrical going wrong, or a battery going flat, or something. If you ride a GS, that's also a possibility. If you ride any other highly electrical bike, there is a small chance that something will go wrong and the battery will go flat, and you have no option but to call your recovery and probably have 150 quid recovery fee or something along those lines. Whereas you could just jump your battery. Now the reason I actually bought this was because my car battery died when I was in the Cotswolds with Emma for her birthday last year, which was really fun. My car battery just went completely flat, died, wouldn't come back to life. We tried jump starting it off a Discovery 4 of the guy that owned the Airbnb. Didn't work, so I had to call out my recovery. Cost me money. They jump started it and they essentially just used a bigger version of this. Really irritating, right? Because that could have saved me a load of money. These are about 150 quid. When I went up to Scotland wild camping on the edge of Skye, if my battery went flat then, what would I do? With these new bikes that we're all getting nowadays, or some of you aren't, there's a guy that commented saying that he'd rather keep his Bandit from 1997 or something like that. But if you've got one of these new bikes, the bike won't start. You can't turn it over. My Super Adventure, you can't bump start. A lot of the new bikes like the Tiger 1200, Tiger 900s, you need to pull the clutch in to be able to start them. So you need the power. So that. Yes, it's definitely a preventative measure, but I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. It's a really old man saying, isn't it? But you know, if I go away on a trip, this comes with me. So you turn the power on, it's got the 4 different lights to give you an indication of what the actual battery in this is like. Lights on the front here, so you have a bright light, dim, a few different SOS settings. I believe this works for lithium ion and normal batteries, so it's meant to do both. It will boost it, it will recover it. On the front, it's got a USB out, so you can use it as a power bank. It's also got the USB in, like if you need to charge this. And it's got a 12 volt out, which is what you use to boost it. What I don't have in front of me right now, because I've forgotten, I left them in the car, is the small jumper cables that come with it. They are literally just clamp type jumper cables. I'll put a picture on screen. It's a rugged shell, and it comes with a little bag as well. So again, something you can just throw in your top box and forget about it until you need it. Obviously remember to charge it, because otherwise it'd be useless. So thank you very much for joining me. That has been my 12 days of Christmas. I hope you found something that you liked, or maybe you thought, actually that might work for someone else. I personally own all of these things and I just think they're really good. I would buy them, and I have bought them without it being a Christmas present. So kind of worth having in my opinion anyway. If you join me next Sunday, that will be my Christmas special, which I think is just going to be a highlights reel of what has happened this year. And then I might take some time off in January to film a load of stuff and just recharge the old batteries. Should use that Nocco thing, shouldn't I? I could have battery boosted them. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for watching this year. I know it's been a long one, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye.